Young Lee man and I came from the East Coast. I feel like a future young nigga gon' beast mode. Hang out the window with a gold, that's illegal. Came from the Ville, gotta do it for my people. She rap with the gang and she fuck with the ego. Yeah, that's how she like it. She want me to pipe, just get it deleted, no time for no Skyping. OTM straight out the mud, we the livest. Oh, you already know how we rockin', man. It's your brother from another mother, Kobe Lee in the building, bringing you the all new Philly Cat podcast. If you're new to the show, let me give you a little bit of a rundown. I'll be talking about the Eagles. I'll be talking about the Sixers. I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of the Phillies, but I damn sure ain't talking about the Flyers. Hope everybody feeling good out there on this Easter day. Hope you ain't worried about the mule going blind. In other words, be in control of the things that you can control. Don't let the things out of your control you. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty, man. The mother lover, greatest team in the mother lover league, the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's talk turkey, right? So, the Sixers go up 1-0 against the Raptors with the final score 131-111. First of all, what in the hell didn't happen to the mill? I mean, we were just straight dominant, crispy. I mean, crispy, crunchy, like crunchy black, like crispy of the crisp. What was that? What's that cereal called? Cocoa Crisp. We was crispy. I mean, damn. Let's just see. Tyrese Maxey. I mean, it's so crazy how Ben Simmons leave. If Ben Simmons was still in this team, would Tyrese Maxey really be hitting this peak right now at where he's at? Would he be having the ball in his hand? Will we ever... First of all, we wouldn't even have Harden, and I really don't even think that Tyrese will be looking like this. I mean, he had a 38 piece. Are we serious? You almost had a 40 burger? We talking 38 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 14 of 21 from the field, 5 of 8 from the three-point line. Come on. 5 of 5 from the free throw line? Come on. Like I said, Tyrese Maxey, man, probably next year it's looking like he gonna be an all-star. On the real, he should be getting most improved player. How you gonna give it to Ja Morant when he already established his name? Why would you give it to Ja? He already been there, done that. It just don't make no sense. The league is something going on, especially with the Joel Embiid MVP, especially y'all trying to give it to Jokic. If Jokic gets dropped off in the first round, how could he be MVP? How? If you get dropped off in the first round, they gonna give you MVP and you don't even score as much as Embiid? What you get, like 2 more boards than Embiid? For real? 2 more assists? That's what we talking about? Embiid lead the league in free throws. Free throw attempts, that means people can't guard him. He averaged 11 free throws a game. Alright. Speaking of Embiid, 19 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists. This wasn't really his greatest shooting night. He was 5 of 15 from the floor, but he really let the game come to him, in my opinion. Physically, he was a leader. He led our team last night physically. I'm pushing guys. I'm dunking. I'm in the paint getting boards. I got my block on Siakam. Made him get out of here with all that. We definitely was in the paint. Points in the paint, we beat him 50-48. We beat him in rebounding 39-36 for a change, you know what I'm saying? Because last time we played them, they had like 12 or 13 offensive rebounds. So Joel Embiid definitely led the team. He clearly was the best player on the floor. Even though Maxey did have that 38, Embiid was still the leader of that team. You know what I mean? I would never take that away from him. Now, Tobias Harris. That boy red hot. I told y'all the last 2 weeks of the season, more like the last four games of the season, regular season, he's been heating up. And Tobias, that is at the right time. We talking what? A 26 piece 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 9 of 14 from the floor, 3 of 5 from the 3-point line, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He doing dirty work. He getting it in at all. Like, he getting it in. Tobias is finally being his role, breaking out, having to play his role, not having to be the second best player on the team, not even have to be the third best player on the team. He can sit back and get open shots. The fact that you got James Harden and Joel Embiid is going to cause the double team regardless as soon as he touched the ball. James Harden gets that double team when he drives to the rack, or it's that pick and roll and they come and try to trap that pick. So once you got them two guys on the floor, guys like Maxey, guys like Tobias, they're going to get open shots. They're going to get open looks, open lanes to drive to the rack. And as you can see, Tobias is making quick decisions. And that's what Doc been on him all day. We going to get to Doc in a minute. Yeah, we going to get to Doc in a minute. But Tobias definitely bring his A game. And if he could play like this, if both Maxey and Tobias can play like this, I'm not saying that Maxey's going to get a 38 piece every night. And even Tobias getting a 26 every night. I'm not even saying that. But if they can do 3/4 of that every night for the rest of this playoffs, it's a go. It's a go. Speaking of James Harden, he gave me a 22 piece, a 5 rebounds, 14 assists. I told y'all I need Harden to give me that 20 to 25 points a night, 12 to 15 assists a night. That's right in that range, is it not? You need to go back and you need to go watch the other episodes of the Philly Cat podcast, because you know it's popping, man. I make the stream pop for real, for real. Anyway, Harden with 6 of 17 from the field. Yes, he was definitely having troubles inside, driving to the paint. Sometimes he was looking for the free throw, the call, whatever. But from the 3-point line, that's where we needed you to be efficient. And he was 4 of 7. That's what we talking about. We 6 of 7 from the free throw line. That's the Harden that we needed. And on the real, verbally, Harden was leading. Harden looks more mature. He really is letting the game come to him. He's not forcing the issue, as what we saw in that last game. I really feel like Harden is ready. This team is ready for a ring, y'all. We ready. All we gotta do is get everybody on the same page, which we all are. I got a couple of concerns from the game 3 and game 4 because Matisse Thybulle won't be able to play, which means we're gonna have to rely more on Danny. And who's going to be that backup? I guess that's the shooting guard position, or if you play in the 3 or whatever. We definitely going to have to rely more on Danny. But are we going to bring in Korkmaz, or are we going to bring in Isaiah Joe? That's the two, because we know Milton's going to get his burn. Milton, we'll get to that in a minute. Milton's going to get his burn. That's solidified. But who's going to play that 15 to 20 minutes that Thybulle brung, especially in the game where he played last night? He had 19 minutes. So yeah, are we going to go with Korkmaz or Joe? Me personally, I'm going with Joe, because Korkmaz is really on defense. He's a liability. He be getting cooked. He be getting fried. He be getting sauteed. Okay? He getting put in a platter. Now, Milton. Speaking of Milton, 10 piece, 2 assists, 1 board, 1 steal, 3 or 4 from the field, 1 or 1 from the 3-point line, 3 or 3 from the 3-point line. Let the game come to him. That's what I'm talking about. Sugar shake, midi mill. That's what I need from you. It's solidified. If you can give me that 8 to 12 points a night from Milton, and with us like the 6th man coming off the bench for real, that's what we need. Come in, dribble the ball, run. You can run a little bit of a point, slow it down, put your mark on the game. You know what I'm saying? I really like what I saw from Shake Milton. He didn't look scared. He didn't look indecisive. So he definitely balled out, and he only played 14 minutes. So it's not a lot of Milton. It's not gonna be too much, but in that games 3-4, we probably will see Milton go up to at least 20 minutes. I would like to see that 20 minutes from him. Danny Green had a horrible night as far as shooting the ball. On defense, he was definitely putting in work, doing some dirty work. But on offense, it was trash, okay? We definitely gonna need you to step up in games 3 and 4, my brother. Games 2, we might not need you as much because we still got Thybulle. We're not gonna be playing you too much. But he had 2 points, 3 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks, 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 5 from the 3-point line. They were all wide open threes. They were all broke. 0 of 5, We call that a donut, a Krispy Kreme donut. Danny, the one thing about Danny is he will hit clutch shots. So later on in the playoffs, I really think I would rather have Danny out there than Thibault. Speaking of Thibault, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 0 assists, 1 steal, 1 of 1 from the field. He only took that 1-3, and he made that 19 minutes. It wasn't too much from Thibault. He's playing his defense. You know what I mean? I told y'all Thibault wasn't a starter, but I also said he's a guy that definitely deserves minutes. Definitely is going to play a key role when it comes to other matchups. I just think against the Raptors, he's not the best option to be in the starting lineup. Which brings me to Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers. I got to give you a hand, my brother. I got to give you a hand, my brother. Okay? You had us all on the same page. You had the whole offensive schematics crisp. We executed crispy. We was more physical. We were more aware. We only had 1 turnover when it came down. It was third quarter. We only had like 1 turnover. We finished the game with 3. But when the last time you seen us go a whole game with 3 turnovers? Great coaching to the great respect to the coaching staff. Doc Rivers definitely coached a hell of a game. You know what I'm saying? When it came down to the rotations, when it came down to the matchups, I definitely told y'all Paul Reed need to be in there. What did he do? He put Paul Reed in there. Not saying he listened to me, but he listened to the media. The media been asking about Paul Reed, and he been saying we're not gonna go on the Paul Reed victory tour and all this. But it seems as though he's getting out of his ways of being stubborn and just thinking everything that he does is right and acting like his shit don't stink. You know what I'm saying? When really it do sometimes. But speaking of Paul Reed, 3 rebounds, 3 points. 1 or 2 from the field, 11 minutes. That's all we need. That's all we need. And on the real, when I looked at the numbers, I thought he had way more than 3 rebounds. It seems as though Paul Reed has brought physicality to the game for us. Energy to the game for us that Niang can't bring, that DeAndre Jordan can't bring, that Paul Millsap can't bring. Paul Reed is the guy for the backup big man position. When you got the whole crowd screaming, B-ball Paul, they're not going to do that for no bum. They wouldn't do that for Mike Skizzy. They wasn't doing that for no Millsap. They wasn't doing that for DJ. You got to start listening to the media, listening to the fans to some degree, not all the time, you know what I'm saying, but to some degree, you know what I'm saying, because you need that constructive criticism. So I feel like Doc is definitely adjusting, and what he did yesterday, he caught a great game. Doc, at the end of the day, my brother, get us this ring. If you get us this ring, can't nobody say nothing. Can't nobody say nothing. I won't have no buts, no ifs, no ands, no nothing. Doc Rivers, you had that team looking sharp. Cheddar cheese sharp, Shannon sharp. Okay? Now, Scotty Barnes got hurt with his ankle, and B accidentally, involuntarily stepped on his ankle, you know what I'm saying? So Scotty Barnes might be out games 2 and 3, maybe even 4. It all depends on how that heals. Also, Thaddeus Young sprained thumb, so they lost 2 guys on the real. So on the real, y'all, it's looking like a sweep. It's looking like a sweep. I do expect Van Vliet and Siakam to come back and retaliate with great performances in the next 2-3 games. But if we could hold them off, it's looking like a sweep. Let's go out this next game. Let's rip their heart right out of their chest. On the real, we had them on lock. We had them boys in a headlock, like on some Melvin and Lil Jody. You feel what I'm saying? We had them boys on lock, okay? When it comes down to looking around the league, the West Side look weak. Jazz 99, Mavs to 93. Jazz and the Mavs look weak. They don't look like championship contenders. I mean, the announcers, she was weak. horrible. I fell asleep during that game, but Jazz ended up winning up, so they up 1-0. Timberwolves, Grizzlies, they not championship talent. No, it's done. That's a done dealio for Familio. Nuggets and the Warriors. Nuggets about to get out of here first round. I don't know how they got the fake MVP over there. So the only real people that we worried about is the Warriors and the Suns. The Hawks play Miami today. Actually, they on right now. The Nets play the Celtics. The Bulls play the Bucks today. The Pelicans play the Suns. So we gotta make sure we stay, looking at the other games that's going on. But overall, we looking like we the favorites on the real as of yesterday. We gotta see what's going on today. I'm really tuning into that 3:00 game, the Celtics versus the Nets. You know what I'm saying? But we also play the Raptors tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern time. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. We just hit 100 subscribers, so make sure you go in that comment section, spam your Cash App name for a chance to win a Kobe Cash App giveaway. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving back to my subscribers, my supporters. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? But the West Side looking weak. The East Side is up for grabs. All we got to deal with is the Bucks. But we don't even got to deal with them because we're not even on their side. But when it comes down to the Eastern Conference Championship, it's either going to be the Bucks or the Nets. Okay? So let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. It's your brother from another mother, Kobe Lee, in the building. Happy Easter to everybody out there. Don't worry about the mule going blind. Enjoy your families. Enjoy your time. You know what I'm saying? Because life is short. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. T-Roy, take us home. They say lil' bro ain't keeping it real, you snake, that's crazy. Feeling in my bones on to make 100 million, and this shit won't phase me. A biggie in paper, too many dollars, too many bills, somebody save it. Too much juice, too much sauce, too much maple.